I want to start simply because what you have done for me specifically, I get a lot of criticism, a lot of hate, and especially obviously jumping when I first got into the MMA world. New to me, I'm just like, okay, let me just be myself, do my thing. First fight goes well, land this crazy kick, goes viral, and I get nothing but hate. But then having prominent figures like yourself that are constantly have been championing my style, championing the points element of things, I just appreciate you for that.
Oh, my pleasure, brother. I appreciate you. It's almost like we called for you. Because there was a time in the early days of MMA, like in the early 2000s, where I was like, this is what's missing. What's missing is point fighters. And people would like mock me. I'd be like, no. Like, I've sparred with these dudes. You can't hit them. It's a different thing. I'm like, they have a very specific skill, that skill of closing distance and being elusive. It's not like any other sport. It's almost like fencing and MMA combined, and martial arts combined.
I always tell people that, like, most of the combat sports, in terms of kickboxing, the full contact side of things is more to do with there's a fixation on power, knocking people out. Whereas our element is just the speed element. It's getting in and getting out, not getting touched. Like you said, the tag kind of feel, fencing, similar kind of footwork. And just not many people had decided to cross over to any kind of full contact world, really. And you had the likes of Wonderboy Thompson,
Raymond Daniels. Yeah, just you and Raymond were the most prominent ones. In him and Glory, of course, you. And,
well, he did a little bit MMA.
A little bit MMA, but you're more prominent in MMA. But the point was that this was an element that I remember when I was doing Taekwondo and I would fight in tournaments, I would occasionally fight in point fighting tournaments. And if I'd fight a guy like Mafia Holloway or one of these guys that were really good, I'd be like, this is crazy. This is such a crazy skill.
Very different.
And when I saw MMA, where a lot of guys were just like real flat-footed and waiting, I'm like, there's a giant opening here. And then you came along. And you really were the proof of concept. And I was like, okay, this is it. You get a world champion at that who figures all the other stuff out, because essentially striking is striking. You can learn throwing leg kicks differently. You can learn, different stances and movements. The grappling is the big heat. That's the big hurdle. But once you can solve the takedown defense and some of the grappling hurdles, and you've actually got submission victories, then you got a real problem, because every fight starts standing up.
Exactly.
Every fight starts standing up with a big-ass fucking cage. It's a big-ass cage. And I see guys like Kevin Holland, like, he's like, what the fuck do I do with this guy?
He hated every moment of it.
Oh, yeah.
I could feel it. But that's just part of my style, is that kind of frustrating people, because it's just so unfamiliar. For someone like yourself, you would kind of be in there, whether you're successful or not, you'd understand what's happening, and you'd be calm enough still to be like, okay, I need to know how to figure this out, because I've experienced this before. For someone that's never experienced, and because there's few of us in the MMA world, who do you go to train?
There's very few people that are really good at that.
And like I said, Wonderboy Thompson, he, a friend of mine, obviously meeting him and, just us getting on. And he's even said people have contacted him, like, oh yeah, okay, I'm fighting MVP. Like, I want to train with you. He's like, I want MVP to win, so.
I can't help you, bro.
Can't do anything.
Well, it's good for the sport.